Eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Yes, Taylor. What? Permanent pencil?
No.
Oh, sign winners. I'm sorry. Okay, my sign winner for today is Taylor. And I'll be looking for Monday's sign winner, so we need to be on our best behavior. And we're going to do something fun in math today. So to be able to do something fun, I'm going to need you to be on your best behavior while we go through our number talks. And we talk about some more. We're going to talk about our number blocks and our hundreds blocks. And we're going to make an animal. Okay? So, but I need everyone to be, like I said, on their best behavior. Alright? So, let's look up at my number talks. So I have these 4 addition problems. Go ahead and solve those in your head. When you know your answer, put your hand on your heart. When you know the answer to all 4 problems, put your hand on your heart. You know, Taylor? Put your hand on your heart. You know? Yes, go ahead. Have your hand on your heart when you know all my answers. Cadence, do you know? Okay, keep going, keep looking. Maybe see if you can get all 4. There's a trick to all of these. And once you get that trick, you'll know them like that. Taylor, do you know your answers? Put your hand on your heart. If you know my answers, put your hand on your heart. I'll give you another minute. Taylor? That's okay. Keep looking. If you know those, then you should know all 4 because like I said, there's a trick. So think about your trick. Think about how you solved all of your problems. Okay? Answer my very first addition problem. I have 49 plus 1. What is 49 plus 1, Taylor? 50. And how did you know it was 50, Taylor?
I lose my fingers.
You used 49 fingers?
No.
No.
I start at 49 back.
You went on your number line?
No.
Where did you go? Okay, so you started at 49 and then you went to 50?
Mm-hmm.
How else could she have done that? Say Hazel?
Leap the coach?
No. Hazel, how did you do that? How did you do that? You used the number line. What number did you start at? You started at 49 and you counted up 1? Very nice. Okay, so how about my next one? What's 49 plus 7? What is 49 plus 7, James? 56, James. How did you know that?
I used the number line.
You used the number line, and how else did you know? Look at our first problem. We have 49 plus 1, and we got 50, right? Look at my trick. Here's my trick, boys and girls.
You add them all together.
Not add them all together. If I took 1 away from 7, and I added 1 over here, 49 plus 1 is what, 50? What's 7 minus 1? Yes, we're decomposing. What's
I said that. Do you want us to have a mask on?
Yes, have your mask on. You should be paying attention to me right now. We're paying attention to me, and we're silent because remember we have to do our animal, and we will do book work. So I need everyone to be on their best behavior. What's 7 minus 1? James?
8.
7 minus 1. Take away 1. Go back 1 on your number line. Start at 7.
7.
Go back 1. You start at 7. Go back one on your number line. 6. So now we have 50 plus 6. What's 50 plus 6? James, go tell me. 56. Look, that's how we got our number. Okay, now let's look at my next one. 49 plus 16. Look at how I decomposed. Look. There was a trick. I told you there was a trick to all of these. What is my answer, Tanner?
66.
No, not 66. You're close. You are close.
67.
Hazel, do you know?
59.
No. Kalina?
55.
Not 55.
I know.
What is it, Kaden?
66. No.
Not 66.
What?
Taylor, what is it?
It is 65.
Kaden, shh. What is it, Taylor?
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
These are about to be about.
No, I don't know about that.
I'll be right back. I'm trying to help her. And
Okay. All right, so what is my number, Taylor?
69.
No?
No.
Kaden, what did I say? You'll clip down if I have to talk to you again.
No, it's not that. It's all. You give me enough time.
I'll give you another minute. Kaylee, go sit down, please. 65. Very nice, Taylor. How did you know it was 65, Taylor?
I was the number line.
You used your number line, and how else would you have done it? Look at this. Look at my trick. Ready? I subtract 1 from 16, I take 1 away from 16. Add that 1 to 49. What's 49 plus 1, boys and girls? 50. So I have 15 here. What's 16 minus 1, Kaylee? What's 16 minus 1? Look up at my number line. Go on 16 and go back 1.
No, don't.
Really, don't tell her. Let her figure it out.
66. No, it's back that way when I'm.
Look, Kaylee. Look at 16. Go back 1. What's my number? Right above my slot. 15. Very nice. So now we have 50 plus 15. And what's 50 plus 15? Who can tell me what 50 plus 15 is? Hazel?
Oh.
Hazel? Taylor, please turn around. You're my sign winner. You're supposed to be my role model for other people.
Please find us an option. Can I get Carter Collins in the office, please? Thank you.
Is it 30?
What? No. What is 50 plus 15, Lilith? Turn around. Look, here. If you decomposed 15 into 10 and 5, and you add 10 to 50, what is 10 plus 50, Hazel? And then you add 5 more, so 60 plus 5 is what? You can look up at the number line if you need to, Taylor. Sixty plus 5, Hazel. Look at 60, Hazel. Look at 60. Count up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What number am I at? 65. So look what my number was. So 49 plus 16 was 65, right? Okay, now my next one. 49 plus 37. That's a big one. You might want to use your hundreds chart for this one.
Oh, I got it.
I'll give you a minute. Look at that one. What do we think our number is, Kaden?
It is 79.
Which one is it?
79.
Is it 79?
Yeah.
Who agrees with Kaden?
Hmm.
Let's look up at our hundreds first. Let's start at 49. Let's start at 49.
I can't see that one.
You're right there. Look, I'm at 49. And I'm going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I need to go over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What number am I at? Tanner? 86. Right, because I went down 3, because I have 30, and I went over 7 more. And my answer is 86. Okay, now I have one more. Make 19. Put your hand on your head when you know. When you have an idea how to make 19 out of my bubbles.
Pardon the interruption. Will Miss Wardo please dial extension 3001? Miss Wardo?
Okay. Who has a problem, a number sentence for me they can give me? Deontay?
50 plus 4.
15 plus 4. Deontay, how did you know that? How did you figure that out?
So I started on 15,
Uh-huh.
so I just picked a random number of 15, and then started on that, and then I stopped, and I thumped, and then I made a hop. See how many hops I had to do, and then I put in 4, and then it made 19.
Very nice. So you made an educated guess, and then you used your number line, and you used your hops. What's another way I can make 19, Hazel? 14 and 5. Very nice. 14 plus 5. And how did you know that, Hazel? Did you use your number line? No. Did you count on your fingers? You counted on your fingers. So you started at 14 and you counted up? Alright. Now who can give me one more number sentence? Kaden, you want to give me one more number sentence? 11 plus 8. Very nice. How did you get that, Kaden?
Because you know how 10 is 9 and 19?
Uh-huh.
There wasn't a 10 or a 9 on there, so I just used, because it gave us a clue, because it's supposed to be 10, but they switched it up and I said, and then you have to get 8, so you can add that to make 19.
So you decompose again? Very, very nice.
You came up with one.
Can Kaden give me one more, Kaden?
12 plus 7.
12 plus 7, very nice. And how did you find that answer, Kaden? So you decomposed your numbers just like Kaden did, right? Very nice. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's get out of our number talks for now. And I'm going to show you some hundreds blocks, some tens blocks, and some ones blocks up on my dock camera. And you're going to tell me how many I have all together. Ready? Okay, you're going to do this quick. Just like that. You should know right away. Ready?
100.
Whoa.
100.
All right, I'm ready for another one. Ready?
One.
3.
What do I have all together?
300.
Miss Orban, 300.
Raise your hand and tell me. I have a lot of people shouting out now. And it's getting a little confusing. What's my number right here? Hazel? 103. All right. Now I got another one. How many do I have all together now? Kalina?
101.
Yes, very nice, Kalina. All right, I'm gonna throw you up a little bit. I'm gonna throw you off.
Uh-oh. John, raise your hand. I hear you saying it. Raise your hand.
John, what do I have?
223.
How did you know I had 223?
Because the 200, the only difference is that there's just 200.
Right, I just added another 100.
Yeah, but you just still have the 2 and 3.
Oh,
Very nice.
I'll get him, Miss
Okay.
Shelley. You ready?
Let's see what Mrs. Beckwith has for us.
Go.
You
Uh-oh.
remove 1. And you remove the other
Deontay, what is it?
200. 200.
Say it real loud. What is it?
200. I don't know.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
you
yeah,
do. Yes,
yeah,
you
he
do.
knows. He knows. I didn't get you. Deontay, what's that 10 plus 2 more ones?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you do. Help him, Lilith.
200. 200.
Remember your tens.
I don't agree.
Can I
You
say it
got
out?
something in your tens.
James,
Sit
help her.
down. Sit down on your butt,
I
please.
got it.
Not 202.
Can I say it?
How about Tanner?
212.
Who says 212? Give us thumbs up. 212. Because look. 200 and then look. 10, 11, 12. Right? Oh, I knew I'd get them.
You did get them. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more.
See if you get this right.
Okay. How many do I have?
Don't call out the answer.
Cadence. What do I have? What is my number?
346.
Yes, very, very nice.
Wow.
Look. So I have 100, 200, 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 341, 342, 343, 344, 345, 346. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, now I am going to write some things on the board.
Mrs. Graham, please dial extension 3002. Miss Graham, 3002.
Who's Mrs. Graham? Never heard of Mrs. Graham.
Before we go and start making our animals out of we're going to make our animals out of hundreds, tens, rods, and ones. Do you think you're going to be able to do that? Do you think you're going to be able to make it any animal you want out of these 3 things? So start brainstorming how you're going to do that. So we're going to do that, and we're going to put them on a piece of construction paper, and then we're going to hang them in the hallway for everyone to see.
You mean they're gonna need like a body and a neck?
We're going to need, yes. You could make a giraffe. You're absolutely right. And then you'll count all of these up, and then you'll know how many of these you used to make your animal, and you'll record it, okay? So, but before we do that, because we're talking about tens, right? We're talking about tens and hundreds and ones. I want you to think of how many ways, well, I would give you 2 minutes. How many ways can you make the number 10? Think about it in your head. Put your hands down. Just think about it for a minute. Think about all the ways you can make the number 10.
Think about 0 and 10 are big, strong.
Men.
1 and
8.
9 are filling.
5.
Think about your rhyme that we did. Remember that?
7 and 11 are going to heaven.
We have so many ways to make 10. So many.
I think
Think.
But take your book bag off. You're not leaving yet. All right. Who can give me one way to make 10? Kalina?
adding or making 10.
10 ones? Okay, so you could use 10 ones, right? So you could say, if you added two numbers together to make 10, Kalina, what would you add? That would make 20, right? So think about your numbers, just your numbers. We're not talking about our blocks. Just think about your numbers. What are two easy numbers you can put together to make 10?
Are we still thinking of ways to make 10? Come on, guys, think. Jaden?
7 plus 3. Very nice. What's another way to make 10?
How about Deontay?
9 plus 1.
9 plus 1 equals 10.
Haley? What? 6 plus what? 6 plus 9 doesn't equal 10.
It equals
James?
2 plus 8.
2 plus
2
8.
8. Very nice.
Lilith?
5 plus 5.
5 plus 5. Yeah.
Kalina?
6 plus 4.
Good.
6 plus 4. Very nice, Kalina.
Hazel?
3 plus 7.
Yes.
I have 7 plus 3. Yep, we could use 3 plus 7.
The old switcheroo,
Yeah,
right?
switch 'em up.
Commutative property. Tanner?
Okay, we'll switch it up again. 8 plus 2.
Come on,
What
there's
else?
a different way.
There's another one. James?
0 10.
0 plus 10. Very, very nice. All right, now I'm going to throw you off. I'm going to throw you off. What if I change this? I'm going to pick one. I'm going to do this one. 6 plus 4. But I'm going to make those 10s. I'm going to make this 6 a 10 and this 4 a 10. So what do we know? If we have 6 10s, what is our number? Raise your hand and tell me. If I have 6 10s, what's my number, Deontay? 60. And then I have made my 4 into a 10. My 4 is in the 10th place. What is my number? What is 4 10s equal to? Hazel?
40.
40. And we know that 6 plus 4 equals 10. So what would 60 plus 40 equal? Right away you should know.
I think Hazel's brain just exploded.
It did.
Go ahead, Hazel.
100.
100, right? Because we just added zeros to 60 and 40. And we're going to add another 0 to our 10 to make 100. Someone pick another one of these. We're going to make them into 10s. Kalina?
7 plus 3.
7 plus 3. If we have 7 10s, Kalina, what does that equal to?
That would be 7.
70. And if we have 3 10s, what does that equal to, Kalina? 30. And we know that 7 plus 3 equals 10. So what would 70 plus 30 equal?
It would equal
100.
Oh, can we do another one?
Yes.
Okay, look. You see what we're doing? Look. So she took 6 plus 4 equals 10. So 60 plus 40 equals. And she took, we know 7 plus 3 equals 10. So 70 plus 30 equals.
100.
Who can think and tell us 5 tens plus 5 tens equals what? What's the fact for that? How about Deontay?
500.
So just take these numbers. So 5 tens equals
5 10 equals
50. So 50 plus 50 equals
100. And do you see how all of these numbers, these all made in the ones column, they made 10. And when you put them in the tens column, they made hundreds.
Wonder if someone can give us another one.
One more. Let's do one more. Who can give me one more? I want to talk to someone I haven't really heard from today.
Lilith.
Lilith,
What?
can you pick one of these numbers? I changed those into tens to make a new number. So can you pick another number sentence to make 100? Look at these. Pick one of my number sentences.
3. I think 2 plus 8.
What did 2 plus 8 equals 10?
Yes.
Okay. What is 2 tens equal to, Lilith?
20.
20. And what is 8 tens equal to?
80.
I'm asking someone else. Someone to tell me, Cadence.
80.
80. And we know that 2 plus 8 equals 10. So what would 20 plus 80 equal then? James?
100.
100. I love all the way you guys thought of your different ways to make 10 and to make 100.
Can we do one more since Taylor just walked in? Who can do the 9 plus 1? We know, Taylor, 9 plus 1 equals 10. Sit down. So we're going to act like they're 9 tens and 1 10.
If I change those ones into tens, right here. If I have 9 tens, what does that equal to? What is it equal to? 9 tens. Tens rods.
Nine tens is how many, Taylor? 9 tens. Count by 10 9 times, Taylor. 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, you just put a 0 after it. So 90 plus,
Make my 1 and 2 and 10. What's, if I have 110, what does that equal to? If I have 1 tens rod, what does that equal to?
1.
Not 1. 1 tens rod. What is this equal to?
yeah.
10. So I have 90 plus 10. And Taylor, we know that 9 plus 1 equals 10. So what would 90 plus 10 equal, Taylor?
I mean,
Add a 0 to the end of 10, honey. Yeah.
100. Very nice. All right, boys and girls. So we are going to start making our animals. So I need everyone to get out scissors if you have scissors. If you have glue, please get out glue. If you do not have those things, please raise your hand so we can come around and bring you scissors and glue. Okay, who needs glue? You need glue, James? You need glue, Lilith? James, will you have glue?
Welcome.
James, need glue? Okay. Okay, so I am going to pass out a piece of paper. Mine is colorful. Yours isn't as colorful as this. But it looks just like this. Okay? So who can tell me how many blocks do I have here? How many ones blocks are right here? Tanner?
100.
100. How many do I have right here? Cadence? And how many do I have right here? And this very block right here. How many is this? How many do I have right here? The one that I'm pointing at right here. Just right in front of my finger. James?
1,
Ones. So I have hundreds, tens, and ones. This is what you're going to be making your animal out of. So you're going to cut out your hundreds blocks, your tens rods, and your ones. While you're cutting those out, brainstorm what kind of animal you're going to make. Okay? So while you're doing that, make sure you're thinking about what you're going to do. Whenever you get your paper, you can start cutting out your tens, hundreds, and ones.
So, how do we make, like, what do we do with the, so we make an animal.
Think about how you can make an animal. I'll show you an example of how I made an animal. Taylor, here.
I want to make
Any animal you want. Any animal you want.
Any animal. I'll show you what I did.
I can't make an alligator because
You had a problem with animals yesterday, too. Your hand turkey.
that was bad.
Cutting some out. Okay. Okay. Want me to cut the big ones? Want me to cut the big ones? Got it?
Okay, look, boys and girls, here's an example of my animals. Here is a cat and a frog.
What is that?
So you see how I put those together using my hundreds? And I used some tens rods and some ones. You're going to do something like that. It doesn't have to look exactly like that, but you're going to do something similar, something almost the same.
I thought we drawn with pencil.
No, you're not going to draw them in with pencil. You're going to put them together using this on construction paper.
I don't need this.
Yeah, so you have a really good start over here. I can't wait to see these. Ooh.
Oh, you did? Okay. I couldn't remember.
You want to know what I'm making?
What are you going to make?
I'm making a giraffe.
A what?
A giraffe.
Oh, I love it.
I'm making a cow.
Miss Sally, are they gonna have to maybe write a number that goes with their animal?
Yes, we're going to be writing our numbers in expanded form. So you need to know how many hundreds or how many tens and how many ones you use to make your animal. You don't have to use all of them, or you could use all of them. It doesn't matter. That's up to you. You're making your own number. Yeah, you're going to work on your own. You can be creative as you want.
You guys are doing a really nice job. Keep going, Noah. Looking good.
Whenever you're cutting, you can cut on the black line so that you know exactly how many ones and tens you're cutting out. The dark black line.
almost done with my giraffe.
What?
I'm almost done with my giraffe.
Well, hopefully it's
Let me
easier.
see.
I'm almost done. I need to
Whenever
put
you
the
have those
tail
all
on.
cut out, just wait for everyone to finish so I can give you more directions.
I'm almost done.
That's okay. You take your time. Do what you need to do.
You know like how to tail?
What?
It has like this whole fur at the end of the
Fur.
jaw.
Oh, I love how you have this. Deontay, you're so good at this.
And you know how there's like a little fur at the end?
Yes. Are you pretending that's fur?
No, I'm gonna get the one and then put it down here.
Oh, okay. So whenever you do that, you know what you can do is cut it and kind of like make it look like a. Yeah, can I cut it out for you? Kind of show you what I mean.
Yeah.
So you know that that's a 1 and not part of a 10. So look, if I cut it out, you can put it. Where's your tail?
Oh, I'm gonna put it on there.
Okay, so here, look, cut out on the dark black line. But you can put it right here on the end like that. So you know that's a 1.
These ones are a bugger, aren't they? Oh, really? Love it.
Done? Okay, put your scraps up here. You can throw them away. Did you put out? You don't want to use any more ones? You only want to use 1 1? Oh, okay. Cut out more of your ones then. There you go. You're using these?
Good, John.
Okay. Cut these out on the dark black line. Okay.
It's okay. Yeah, there you go.
Don't glue them together yet, boys and girls.
Just feel it.
We're just cutting out right now.
You guys are really doing a nice job today.
I already glued it.
What a fun Friday.
Don't glue it. Well, don't glue anymore. Just cut them out. Okay.
This is Sunday night, but tomorrow's my baby brother's birthday. Okay, then.
So Miss Shirley said something about boys and girls about expanded form. What is expanded form? What is she talking about expanded form?
My giraffe.
What do you mean? Word form is when we write the words that match the number or tell about the number. What is expanded form?
We learned about word form yesterday.
Expanded. What does that mean?
Put them down. Put them down so you know. If you're ready, move on, okay? Just don't glue anything else on. Maybe you could spice it up a little.
Yes,
Put
did
some
you
more
hear
ones on
that,
there.
Hazel?
Whatever you
and
want. I don't know.
Cameron.
Make them have spikes or something.
Lila said we break it apart, we stretch the number into hundreds, tens, and ones. So you have to think how many hundreds you're using, how many tens, and how many ones. You're making an expanded form animal?
Yes.
I had to throw my rubber.
Did you glue yet, James? Okay, good. You can just set it up. Just don't glue it yet.
Miss Shirley, about how much time do they have left to do this?
I would say we'll do about another 3 more minutes.
Okay, so let's get moving a little. Start building your animals.
Yes.
What's his head? What do you mean, Madison?
Where?
This is the same brown. Like this. The feet. And then all the leaves.
No, just use the blocks. With these ones, like that, okay? It's a
Put your animal together.
Huh? No, they're not. They're perfect. They're just
Go ahead.
Because those arms, since you didn't cut these up yet. And those can be the legs. So kind of straight legs. Little arms. Like a T-Rex. Oh, well, he's a T-Rex kind of element. I'll give Kuiper in just a minute before I just want to show everyone what we're going to do. No, so you have to wait for everyone else. Be patient, right? You can put it together, just don't glue anything yet.
I love what I'm seeing.
see Deontay.
Everyone's working so quietly.
I
love it. I love it. You guys are doing such a good job of that. I'm thinking about who's going to be my sign winner for Monday.
That is
I'm
so
thinking.
cool.
I don't know yet.
What do you make your baby? Show me.
Good. I'm glad you know your number. What? You can do that. Taylor, you can do it. I believe in you. I know you can do it. It's not hard. Okay, so we have about another minute before I'm going to show you your next step. Hazel? Good. I'm glad you know what your number is. It's very important. We're going to use that on our report sheet. I'll put it back on, Taylor. Okay, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. All right, put your scissors down for just a minute. But what you're doing is just for a minute, and I want eyes up on me. Okay. Everyone is either going to get, I have a couple pieces of yellow paper, but you can have red, yellow, or pink construction paper. Now this is the part where you're going to glue your animal onto the construction paper, just like how I had the pictures up on the board. You're going to do that. You're going to take your numbers blocks and put them on here. You can draw on your number if you want to make your animal have eyes or whatever. If you want to have him have hands, that's fine. You can go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come around with construction paper. So wait patiently until I come to you and ask you what color you want. So go to your seat so I can start passing out construction paper.
Can I help you?
No, Taylor. What color would you like? Pink. That's so cute. Lily, what color would you like? Yellow. Yellow. Okay, Cadis, what color would you like? Red. Color? Tanner? Red? Oh, I love it. You can draw ears for him. What color would you like? John, how about you? What color? If you want to throw away some of your scraps, you can go ahead and do that. So you can glue neatly. What color? Deontay?
Yellow. Because it stands for my
I love yellow. I think yellow is a pretty color.
It's really
Right. What color do you like? What do you think? I love you. At least it's yours. James, he's so cute. Taylor. Yes, I'll put the cat back on.
And I need
Okay, so make your animal. You can, like I said, you can draw faces. You can draw an ear on him. Make sure your name's on the back too of your construction paper. So whenever I hang them up, I can give them back to you. Taylor, stay in your seat.
Oh, I love what I'm seeing, guys.
Everyone is so creative.
They are so creative.
You need construction paper. What color would you like? Oh, you won't need it for your name. I'll get you the pencil, okay? I love how well everyone's working. I that one be? No, you got this one, okay? Use your pen, you still have your pen strong.
I'm done with mine.
Just draw a face on them, okay? You can draw one.
You're pretty excited about this. I love it, guys. And you guys are being so well behaved. We could do more things like this if you just keep up the good work.
You're done, Deontay. Do you want to draw a face on your giraffe? How about you draw his environment? With a little bit of science in there. I know you know about giraffes and their environment.
I don't know what to draw.
Yes, you do. Where does a giraffe live?
Do giraffes live in the city?
In Africa.
What's
Okay.
Africa look like?
South.
So we're not going to draw a lot of buildings around the giraffe, right? What would we draw around the giraffe?
Kind of
Is that
like Switzerland around.
Can you do that?
Okay.
Can you draw that for him, for your giraffe, so he can stay alive?
And leaves and tall grasses.
I don't. One thing I do not know how to draw that. Two. I don't know.
Yes, you do. Look, you're gonna draw what's underneath him, what he could be eating. You could draw some trees and some clouds in the sky. You can make his environment. That's okay. You can just color. Just make little circles for clouds. Make little circles for trees. It doesn't have to be perfect. It looks very nice, Deontay. You're not bad at anything.
I'm confused.
No, you're not.
The bottom of
Good job there.
How'd you mess up? Taylor, that looks so cute. Look at this one. Just here, look. Bring that down here so you know that this is nice. Okay. So he has a little bit longer legs. Cats probably have long legs. Do cat? Yeah. They have long legs, so they can jump high. That's it. That's it.
Guys, your mask should be up. Thank you.
See, it's like a tree. Leg right there. See, it looks more like a cat now. Yes, it does. Here, no, bring it down. Put this here. And then glue that right there. What do you need, Kaylee? Are you going to, what are you going to color? You're going to color grass? Hold on just a second. We can do that after. Because we still have one more thing to do. If we have time after, then I'll give you guys crayons so you can make their environment. Okay? So just finish coloring. Or finish gluing, I'm sorry. James? You're all done? Okay, can you just wait for everyone to finish so we can go over our recording sheet? Look, it looks so cute. Look. And these are ears.
Nice.
I quit.
I love it.
What's the matter?
I love it.
Making a good animal.
Okay, I'll give you guys about 5 more minutes to finish your animals.
I'm not doing my environment. I
You are
can't
gonna
do
make
it.
something good. Tell me what you want to make that's gonna help you.
I'm not gonna make it.
Why are you guys giving up so
Or
easy?
pick an
Because
animal.
I can't.
Who would you like?
It is not too hard. You've done such a good job. Too hard on yourself.
And I can't wait to leave.
Okay. So
Do you want another eraser?
Too hard.
let's see. Okay, so let's see. What animal do you think you would like to make? Pick one animal. I'm gonna get you some new paper. Okay? And we're gonna start over. Okay? And then this time before we glue, we'll set them out. We'll set them there so we can see. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Before you glue it this time, just sit. We'll set it there. So you, here, we'll set it there. And that way it's easier to move them. Okay,
Tina, are you finished?
go ahead, you
Okay.
try. Don't really.
Do you want to draw his environment? What did you make?
You just set them there. That way you can move it.
Do you want to put
it
ears
where
on
you
them?
want to put it. Okay? So wait a minute, don't do
Ears on them
that.
right here, like a.
What kind of animal do you want? Like Deontay made a giraffe. Some people made a cat.
Like a bear dog. Are you done too?
Okay.
Environment.
Yeah, you were.
Outside.
Okay, look, what about this?
What did you make?
What about
An elephant.
We'll turn it into an elephant. No one's gonna lie it.
I'm not doing
Throw
one.
some trees
You
in,
wanna
right?
do a lion?
Here's what I'm gonna do back.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Here's the one. Wait.
I stopped.
Taylor, we don't say we quit. Just try your best. Guys, don't get frustrated. If something doesn't work the first time, what do you do?
Help it.
You just say, I can't do this?
Just keep
No,
trying.
you just keep trying. You just keep trying and try your best.
It's very cute.
You don't have to use all of the pieces. You can use, it's your choice. You pick how many pieces you want to use.
I can't.
And what's awesome about this is everybody's animals look so different. It's what you make of it. This is like abstract art, isn't it, Miss Shelley?
It is.
It's abstract. It's like whatever you want it to look like. It doesn't have to be that exact animal. It's kind of like a representation of that animal.
Well, I can't make their environment
Tanner?
because
And lots of tall
Oh, it is so cute. So cute. You can tell it's environment while you're waiting for everyone to finish, okay?
for trees and
You
grass.
could do.
And I don't know how to
Look
do
here.
grass.
You can
That
throw
is
your
don't have-
environment too for your animals while you're
Tree
waiting for
leaves.
her.
Listen,
And clouds.
you
I saw
can
her
have,
doing
no,
clouds.
don't say that, listen. You can have some leaves
I
coming
love that cat.
from over here. We could pretend like over here's the tree and the leaves are just coming into him now. So just start
Can I see
drawing
yours,
some leaves
Keely?
over into his face.
It's so
And then the
cute.
tree
But
could be
Taylor, look
over
at
here.
your-
It doesn't matter. This is just part of the picture. So draw the leaves coming over this way.
I don't know how to
And
do
little
it.
eyebrows.
This is green leafy. There's leaves right there. There's green leaves coming in.
Yeah, you think because I don't know.
Yes, you can go ahead, Blue.
Grow grass because
You could do that, tall grass. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful.
You know, Almond?
I know that's what
You want to do that so you can hold it like an accordion. You want to do that? Like this. Glue it, and just hold it down.
I'm taking this off.
Okay, are we almost finished, Miss Shelley?
Yes, I would say we could probably start our recording sheet while everyone's finishing. If you're finishing to glue, that's fine. Go ahead and keep taking your time. But for 1 second, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Okay, everyone have their eyes on me. Cadence. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with our recording sheet. So you're going to get a little piece of paper. It's going to look just like this. Okay? On my piece of paper, you're going to write the name, your name. You're going to write the date.
Wait, you don't have to use everything.
So here's our date, 3/19. Okay? I wrote that I made a frog, and I counted up how many blocks I used altogether. Not how much they're worth, just how many blocks you used altogether. How many hundreds? I used 2 hundreds. Then I used 3 tens rods and 22 ones.
I'm starting to know.
And then I wrote my number in expanded form. So I had 2 hundreds equals 200. 3 tens rods equals 30. 22 ones equals 22. And then I added those all up together and got my number. So you're going to do that on your own. You're going to find how many you have all together by writing down how many blocks you have. Okay? Kalina? Yes. Beside what if you have a name for your animal, you can write that next to the type of animal you make. So if you're naming your animal, you can write it right next to the type of animal. Cadence? What'd you say? Oh, okay, go ahead. Okay.
You don't have one? Okay, hold on.
That's what I have up on the board. You're just counting up all of your tens, hundreds, and ones. Kaylee, did you see what I did up on the board? Okay, well look what I have up on the board. You're going to fill this out. Put your name, the date, what type of animal you made. If you gave him a name or her a name, you can write it next to the type of animal. Then you're going to count up how many blocks you have. So you're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you say you have 11 blocks. You would write how many hundreds you used, how many tens rods you used, and how many ones. That'll go right here. And then you'll say your number has 3 digits, and then you'll write it in your number in expanded form. Remember we talked about expanded form, your hundreds, plus your tens, plus your ones? So I'll leave that one up on the board for you, for an example. So you can sound it out, do your best. Fill out your reporting sheet. You're going to count up how many you used all together. So you would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was count it all up by ones.
What do you spell?
Okay, put your name up here real nice, because we're gonna hang these in the box.
Guys, if you need help spelling the words, I will help you. So somebody asked, how do you spell giraffe?
Count them by ones.
So look. Giraffe. What else do we need help spelling? I hope we don't say cat. You should be able to spell cat, right? Think of the sound. Cat. Hazel, I love how your hands up. Elephant. And look at this. The CH makes a sound in elephant. Lilith. Koala. Koala. Look at this one. That's how you spell koala.
I need help spelling.
What? Alligator, Tatum? Or what did you make?
I need help spelling his name.
Taylor?
Oh. I'm raising my hand because I don't know what this is.
I'm coming. Miss Shelley or I over here. Hazel?
Okay, so that's what I have up on the board. So look, you're going to write what animal you made.
Yeah, you can name your elephant.
Okay, I don't know how to spell her name. Is it Shelley?
What is her name?
It says frog.
Ellie? 1 second.
L-L-E.
So boys and girls, you know what, Miss Shelley, maybe we can turn out one for the plate so they can see.
Okay, write that down. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Look, Miss Shelley showed you this. Everybody look up here. I'm waiting for Taylor. Okay, look up here. So you put your name where it says name. Give me thumbs up when you have your name. Then it says, I made a blank. Write what animal you made there and then put your hand on your heart. Once you have that done. And then Miss Shelley will walk you through the rest. Okay?
Okay. Start your, put your name. I'm going to walk you through it. Put your name,
Did you get
Hayden,
a paper?
and put your date, which is 3/19. And then write what type of animal you have. When you have the type of animal, and if you want to name it, you put your hand on your heart, just like this. 3/19. You have it, Kalina? Very good. Very good. Do you have your, okay. I want to make sure I have everyone, we're on the same page here. We're on the same track.
We're just waiting for John and Kaden.
We're getting there, Kaylee.
Oh, my name.
Taylor,
What is this all?
we'll get there in just 1 minute.
What is that?
When you have your name, okay, I'm going to check in again. If you have your name of your animal, your name, and the date on your paper, put your hand on your heart.
I just want some help.
If you have your name on your record report sheet,
No.
The lion, is it a tiger, is it a giraffe?
No.
what is it? Tanner? You're going to write it, you can write it right next to, look. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on me.
If you named your animal, you can write it next to, if I had a frog, I could write the name next to it. So I'll name mine Mr. Toad. If you named it, you can name it right here. Just like that.
She's in some remember here? Okay. This is just the stuff that
What is that? Nanya.
Mr. Toad.
What is that beside the frog?
Okay, so now my next question says my design was built with blank base 10 blocks. So what I did was I counted how many blocks I used. So I said I had 1, 2, 3, and I kept going. So all together, I used 27 blocks. So count how many blocks it took you to make your animal all together. John?
I don't know how to spell it wrong.
Look, it's right up here. Look, I have it on the board for you.
Got 7 blocks.
You're welcome.
Blocks.
So count how many you have all together, not by hundreds, just by ones, just by ones. Count by ones. Okay, did you count how many it took you to make your frog? Okay, so do that on your recording sheet.
counting 100 by 1.
Look, you used 1, 2,
I
3.
get it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Guys, if you're counting your numbers, would it be easier to count all of your hundreds first? Boys and girls, count all the hundreds that you used first.
Count your hundreds, then count your
And then write
tens.
your number of hundreds.
Sit down. I'll help you sit down now. On your butt. Look, Haley. Count how many you used all together. I showed you this earlier. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'll help you. I told you to sound it out. But look, you need to be right here with me right now. This is where I am. So I need you to count how many blocks it took you to make Mr. Whiskers. There you go. You got it? I'm going to show you in just a minute. You're ahead of the game, Deontay. I'll show you in just a minute. I will show you in just 1 second. Selena? Tanner? What's up? Are you done?
I'm done.
What was your name? Sound it out. You can spell however you need to. Just sound it out. Okay, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Yes. So what we're going to do in our next spaces, our next 3 spaces, you're going to count how many hundreds blocks you use. It says blocks. You're going to write how many you use. So I used 2 big hundreds blocks. 2 big hundreds blocks to make my frog. Okay? So I wrote 2 right here. You're going to do that. So count your hundreds. Write it right here. Count how many hundreds you used and put that number right there. Put your hand on your head whenever you have how many hundreds you used. Cadence, did you count your hundreds?
Yeah.
Did you write it right here? How many hundreds you used? Hazel? You only used 2 hundreds? Right, so you can put that you wrote 3, right?
Guys, whoever's making noise needs to stop and listen to what Miss Shelley's saying.
Now let's look at my tens rods. Look at your animal. See how many tens rods you used to make your animal. So I used 3 tens rods, so I put a 3 right there. Count your tens rods and put them in this space right here in the middle. Did you do that, Cadence? Okay. You're good, Tanner? You didn't think of a name yet. Okay, keep thinking. No, just finish, because we're gonna finish this and then we're going to do, then we'll be done before science. You can wash your hands, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. That was pathetic, pathetic. Throw that away. I'm doing that again. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. That was better. Thank you. So now I added how many ones blocks I used. So I counted up how many ones I used. I used 22 ones. So I'm going to put my 22 right here. You're going to do the same thing. Count how many ones you used for your picture and write it in the box. Right on the line.
Is your paper finished, Taylor?
No, you did not. Okay, that's okay. Look, did you write how many ones? Count your ones. Okay, now we're moving on to our next one. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Okay, so now I'm going to write how many, we're going to do this digits in the last part. Now let's look at, we have wrote my number in partial sums. So I have 200s, so I wrote 200 right here. I have 3 tens, 3 tens is equal to 30. And then I have 22 ones, and I added 22 at the end. So your number is going to have 3 parts. Your number sentence is going to have 3 addeds. So you're going to find out how many hundreds you used. Write it down. Do you have that, Deontay?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So your number sentence should look just like this. Go ahead and add those up. So I'm going to figure out how many I used altogether. So I have 200 plus 30 plus 22. Now go straight down. I have 0 plus 0 plus 2. 0 plus 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. I have 2. So all together I used 252 blocks to make my frog. No, you can leave it there. I was just showing, you can leave it, if you use mental math, you can go ahead and, you're fine. Did you do it? Very nice, I love it. Now here, how many digits is in this number right here?
4, 5, right.
Okay, but how many do you have altogether? Count by ones. 1, 2.
Okay, I have 3 digits.
Can you write that you have 3 digits in your number? Thank you. Do you have your name on the back of your animal? On this? Okay, write your name on the back of your animal.
I need help
I
with
already
the
used the
name.
red and black.
How many did you have altogether? 142. And what did you need? What's his name?
Mr. Classic.
Mr. Classic. I'll spell classic up on the board.
I need help spelling Mr. Whiskers.
Whiskers. Whiskers wants to play. Whiskers?
What?
That's my
Haley,
name.
that's Whiskers. Deontay, this is Classic.
Classic. Mr. Giraffe. My name is Classic.
Okay, whenever you have your paper, your recording sheet filled out.
Hey.
I need a good lesson field. 165 blocks.
That's how many you used to build your cat?
Don't know my
No? How many?
11.
Look, Haley. How many hundreds did you use? So write 300 right here.
I'm done with Mr. Classic.
Now, how many tens rods did you use? So 4 tens rods is equal to what number? No, tens rods. No. 10. Count my tens. Tens. 40. 40. So you're going to
Hey, guys.
erase that.
Make sure that you're finished with the questions about how many 5 or how many tens are there, how many ones, how many hundreds. Make sure you're not writing, if it's asking you how many tens, are you supposed to write 50?
Yeah.
No. How many tens are there in 50?
How many 10 is 50?
Taylor? 5. Okay,
Tanner?
how many one?
There.
I know my number. Miss, I know the number.
What number is that?
My name is
It's
Mr.
252.
Okay.
Race, Mr. Whiskers. I didn't know
Okay,
that.
but I'm going to start asking you guys some questions about your animals. So 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
What?
Oh no. Come on. Ready? 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, I love you.
That was better.
I love you.
Okay, so I'm going to think about how your animal travels. Think about how they travel. Do they walk? Do they hop? Do they swim? Alright, so
No.
I'm going to make some tally marks. So if your animal walks to travel, raise your hand. If your animal walks to travel, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 people that have animals that walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now how many people have animals that swim? Does anyone have an animal that swims?
No.
Taylor, do you have a
How? Cadence.
Cats walk.
Okay, now, how many people have an animal that climbs? So I have 0 that climbs, or 0 that swims, sorry. How many climb? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people have animals that climb.
Mine's dogs do climb sometimes, so.
Sometimes dogs climb, you're right. Okay, so, does anyone else have an animal that does something other than walk, swim, or climb? When they travel, think about how they travel. Deontay, how does your animal travel?
He be walking, making
So he
sure,
walks? So I got you on walk.
making sure his lines don't.
Tanner, what does your animal do to travel? He walks, do you okay? Kalina, what does your animal do to travel? So it jumps, maybe it hops. Does anyone have an animal that hops?
Dogs do hop and they
Whoa,
jump.
1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on
If you have an animal that hops, raise your hand.
you.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 people that have animals that hop. All right. So let's see. Which one of these has the most amount of tally marks? Which one of those has the most amount of tally marks? Taylor?
That one.
Which one is that?
What's walk? Walk. W.
Right. So most of our classmates had animals that walked, right? And what was our least amount? What was the least amount? Tanner?
Swim.
Swim. No one had animals that swam. Very nice. Okay.
I do.
What I want you to do is raise your hand if you borrow glue and scissors from me. I'm going to come around and collect it. You can hand, when I come around to collect your scissors and glue, hand me your animals and your recording sheet.
I thought we did the coloring.
It's a quick restroom break. We're gonna take a quick brain break, restroom break, and then
Yes.
we'll start science.
And we'll do
So
some-
we need to go. Mr. Shows.
If you need to use the restroom, go ahead, listen to Michelle later.
Hey!
They can drop off to your room and come out.
Go to the bathroom. Just try.
Do we have to give you our thing?
Not in the corner.
Michelle, do we
Add
have
this
to
number up.
Why?
Add
do
this
we
number
have to
up.
give you our animals?
Yes, because I'm going to hang them up in the hallway.
Not a
Here,
reason.
I'll be hanging out.
Whoa, I have 2 people talking to me at one
Not a
time.
reason.
Go sit down.
Wait a minute.
Everyone sit down.
Guys, freeze for 1 second. I'm not sure what happened. Miss Shirley's giving you directions, and you need to listen.
Go sit down. I'll help you.
Okay, I'm
Go sit down. I'll get that in 1 second. I'll get those in a second here, guys.
Anybody needs to use the restroom?
Why is there a